important to us. I mean, they're important in life, generally. But I can't tell you the number of times since he was really young that people have come to me and remarked on his courteous and respectful manner, whether it was scouting or not. And he really lives the scout law. He really puts it into play, and I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but he doesn't tolerate bullies. He protects the weaker. He is frugal and saves his money, but he's also very generous with it. And it's just, I can't even begin to tell you like how much scouting has changed him. On that first camp out, we were there too, Mark and I. And we were so excited to learn that we didn't have to deal with him. And our troop is like really good leaders. And the rule is you don't have to like deal with your own kid. Somebody else will deal with your kid, and you deal with somebody else's kid, which makes it easy because they can't, like wrap you around the finger and I'm tired or whatever. But we were just so excited with that. That was Mark's last camp out. That's okay, because he, didn't have to. He knew that George was in really good hands. And we are really fortunate in our troop to have some incredible leaders and some people. Everybody's a volunteer, and we have a lot who are still here, even after their sons have graduated and gone on to college. And they told me when I started that the boys that make Eagle Scout are generally the ones whose parents stay involved. So here I am. I've been involved in Cub Scouts, and it feels like I got it too. But I can tell you that I'm probably the best person to like just sit in the back of the meeting and just chill out, help out, but don't take any like responsibility, just helping out a lot. And I was happy with that, but I was there all the time, as much as I could. I only camped with them once or twice because I was too busy camping in our range hunting, killing things. But, their camping is too tame for me, so. But I did have a lot of fun with them, and I really appreciate it. I just want to say thank you to all the leaders that are involved, and all the boys. And I was putting all this stuff together, and I made this little montage, I guess you would call it, or collage maybe, of the four of them, of the pictures, because I was looking at them. He's the last of the four. And I didn't really think he would make it for a long time. And I was fine with that, it's up to you. Because that's the thing about Eagles, is that while your parents may help you, push you along, they don't do it for you. And I was, thank you. I remember there came a time, not long ago, maybe about a year ago, that my friend Cindy, who's Mark's Scoutmaster's wife, the ex-Scoutmaster, former Scoutmaster, I should say, I expressed some frustration about George just being motivated and doing it on his own. And she was so kind to clarify me and explain it that, yes, they do it on their own, but you have to kick their butt to get them to do it. And that was so helpful, because really, that's what I had to do. And there were so many times that George just, he would think, oh, we can't do it. And there was one time, I remember his dad just said, let him fail. He'll learn. And I thought about that, because that's true. You learn from your failures, but at the same time, I said no, because what I've seen is, overall, the number one regret that I hear from people, men that were involved in scouting, that didn't get their eagle, is they regret it. And they regret it for the rest of their life. It's not something they let go. And I didn't want that for George. So, he kicked his butt. And we did. And I say we because, every Eagle mom deserves the medal too. I rarely think that there could be somebody there. Now, I just want to say, I did this Court of Honor really fast. Usually we plan it out. I didn't realize it was kind of the planning of a small wedding, but still. In 2 weeks, we pulled it off, and with the help of friends and everything. And I really appreciate that. And I did that because I wanted my dad to be here. Because he's older and not doing that great, and I thought, oh, that'll be good, we'll get him here. Well, he's still around, but he's in the hospital right now. He's been there for a couple of days. And while he's getting better, he's not better enough to come. So we're trying to tape it and hoping that, he can see that. But I ran across something that I wanted to give George. It's a flag. And I think he'll really appreciate that because it's from my dad. And he got it from President Reagan. Well, not directly, but, it was flown over the Capitol during President Reagan's time because my dad's really Republican. And he was part of the presidential task force or something like that. But just the fact of the flag it's just so cool. So I found it just the other day and I wanted to give it to George. And from his grandfather who couldn't be here but is thinking about it and can't wait to see all the pictures and everything. So that's really all I have. Stuck at second class on this one requirement. And he and his son just stepped up and said, let's go, we're going to do it. And we went out and did it, and that was
a good thing, yeah.
That was
well wondered, Christina.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
I remember that, George. That was a really cool time. You were kind of stuck, right? And had a requirement. I can't remember what it was. It was something about identify 10 animal signs or something. And I just remember George saying, how are we going to do this? And I said, well, we can just go to the park. We can go to Arbor Hills. And so we made an appointment. And I just remember, George, you really stepped up after that, and you really took a lot of leadership in our troop. I love the stories of you being quartermaster. I saw that firsthand. It was really cool. You always have kind of, sometimes you're a little mad, sometimes you're a little happy, but it's, kind of an even keel. That's great. Well, let me read this thing I'm supposed to read here. So, George, we're here to celebrate you today, and I have the honor to give you the Eagle Scout charge on the occasion of your elevation to the highest ranking in Scouting. The Boy Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in history, and you, George, today have been counted worthy of this high rank in its membership, and all who know you will rejoice in this achievement. Your position is one of honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, and your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and your brother Scouts. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts to your country and to God. America has many good things to give you and your children after you. But these things depend on the quality she instills in her citizens. You're prepared to help America in all that she needs most. Our country has a great past. You are here to make her future greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the high level of service to God and your fellow man. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to the finest living. We have too many who use their strength and their brains to exploit others and gain selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and a reverence for God. Whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which every Scout may be proud. On behalf of the Corps of Honor of the Circle 10 Council, Boy Scouts of America, and the high hope that you will always represent the finest of character and citizenship, we welcome you into the Brotherhood of Eagle Scouts and congratulate you and your parents and your Scout leaders. Would Eagle Scout candidate George Gibadon please come forward? George, your conduct along the trail has been excellent. You've rededicated yourself to the principles of Scouting. I present you to the troop, an honored guest for presentation for Eagle rank. Now, will Ross Nelson please come forward to deliver the Eagle Pledge?
When we begin our program, you joined with fellow Scouts in repeating the Scout Oath. Now you will stand and repeat a new oath, the Eagle Scout Promise. Though the words you say are similar to those you said many times before, now they will mean more to you than they ever have. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your oath with the words which close the Declaration of Independence. I'd like to invite all Eagle Scouts in the audience to stand at this time and rededicate themselves by repeating the Eagle Scout Promise with your new Eagle Scout. Please make the Scout sign. I reaffirm my allegiance.
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example, my rank and my influence, count strongly for better scouting, and for better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and in my contact with other people. To this, I pledge my sacred honor. Two. Please be seated. But one more thing. Though the words you use will be similar to those which you use in scouting, today they will mean more than they could have meant at any time in the past. But one more thing is important, your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide and mentor to other Scouts. You become an example in your community. Remember that your actions are now more visible and people will expect more of you. To cheerfully serve others reflects well on Brotherhood of Eagle Scouts and of all Scouting. The torch you carry is not only yours, but is also ours. Will Mr. O please come up here for the presentation of the Eagle Badge?
Eagle candidate George Chivaran, you are to be encouraged or congratulated for reaching the highest peak of the Eagle Trail. Your diligence and hard work have paid off. If you, along with your mom and dad, will please come forward, your Eagle badge of rank will be presented. George, you made Troop 753 very proud. May the qualities that inspired you to this achievement continue to lead you onto even greater success in your life. As an Eagle Scout, the eyes of all scouting, yes, George, the eyes of the world will be upon you. The traditions of Eagle Scouts are high. May you live up to those traditions, always guided by the spirit of scouting, represented by the blazing candles behind you. The Eagle badge that you are about to receive is symbolic of this spirit of scouting. By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken always remain with you. George, your parents have undoubtedly been your primary source of help and strength. No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice from your mother. That is why she has given the honor of pinning the Eagle Scout medal on your uniform. Christina, pin this Eagle badge on your son's chest so that the world may know that he is an Eagle Scout.
George, you are now a Scout. Congratulations. May the Eagle badge of rank be presented. George, you may treat 753 very proud.
punched to a piece of Velcro. Bear with us. Eagle Scout George, please pin this miniature badge over your mother's heart in recognition of her love, encouragement, faith, and trust in your future. As an Eagle Scout, may you never disappoint her. And now, George, this would be a good moment for an eagle kiss to thank your mom.